Let's see, guys. LinusTechTips is losing thousands of fans. Why? Why? By Ryan Pictures again. Check out his channel. Let's see what is this video about. Everyone knows LinusTechTips. LinusTechTips.
At its peak, LinusTechTips was pulling nearly 28 million subscribers across 10 channels and was worth over $100 million. However, the channel was also one of the biggest promoters of a huge influencer scam, and recently got into a controversy where the owner Linus bought a private jet while employees were slaving away.
Wait, what?
My name's Ryan.
Okay, first, controversy maybe was that they downloaded they got like a sponsor, and it was a virus, not a sponsor. So it's like a scam acting like as a sponsor. It was like a PDF document that you like download, and it has like what you have to do for the sponsorship, whatever. And it was like it hacked everyone's PC there. He's not the CEO anymore. He's just an employee technically because he gave it to another guy. So he's not the boss. I don't know about this private jet shit. I never heard about it.
And we're gonna look at how LinusTechTips' company and reputation is going downhill.
I know he has a bunch of people that were in his channel, employees, and a lot of like known ones left and like made their own Twitch channel, YouTube channel. He kind of like got more competition because of that.
As well as give an update as to where his company stands now. To understand how far Linus fell, you first have to understand what he actually built. Back in November 2000,
maybe people will also complain about him having too many sponsors. Like, video starts, 10 seconds intro, then plays his intro, then plays a sponsor, then another sponsor, then like something happens, then there's another sponsor that they talk about, then like midway sponsor, and in the end another one. Usually have like 2 or 3 sponsors every video.
8, Linus Sebastian started the
Sebastian
LinusTechTips channel out of a spare bedroom in Canada, with his first video being about an undisclosed AMD processor.
Thank you for joining me. That didn't quite go as smoothly as I...
His first videos were simple, with no production crew or a big budget. Just a guy who was genuinely obsessed with tech and wanted
he
to
was
share
using
that
the
with
orange
people.
color already.
And people loved it with comments like, "Unedited reviews rock, always enjoy these." And "I love LinusTechTips. They aren't boring like everything else, they're short and straight to the point." As a result, the channel grew from a bedroom setup into a 100-person company with 10 channels across the platform.
Oh, because
By
they have a
its
lot of
peak,
channels.
LTT was one of YouTube's biggest and most influential tech channels. In 2023, he revealed
This
that
Mr. Who's the Boss guy
his
grew a
company
lot.
got a huge buyout
It is
offer.
pretty bad
We
just.
did have a substantial offer recently to sell out, and I might as well speak plainly. The offer was $100 million.
And of course, he declined. That's how big things were. But the bigger you
I feel like he realized that he's making a lot of money already. So money is not a problem. And like, okay, he sells it for 100 million, he's set for life, but he would get bored. This is what he does. His channel.
get, the more people are
He
watching when you
couldn't
mess up.
figure out what to do. Like, okay, I could do like 1 or 2 years just chilling with my kids, but then he would get gotten bored.
And Linus was about to give them plenty. In August 2022, LTT launched a
Maybe if he like sells it and then like in the agreement they have it that like he's an employee and if he wants to work he is always allowed to.
premium tech backpack through their
Maybe.
merchandise store, which sold for $250. But when customers started asking about the warranty policy for such an expensive product, Linus basically told them this.
We are not formalizing anything, but we will stand behind our products. I think that we have
Wait.
good...
Sorry, YouTube. I have to show this. This setup reminds me of this clip, so it's out of context and everything, but you have to see it. If you don't care, just skip ahead. Okay. Sure, it's gonna play.
I mean, it's been kind of like I'm not gonna deny that I dropped my fair share of hard R's back then because we didn't even the term
His
hard R didn't even
face.
exist.
Hmm.
We didn't think about it, right? And it's funny because to me that doesn't feel like that long ago, but to my kids,
Are you talking like N-word hard R?
what? No,
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's how people use that term.
no. I think that's good.
Tracker.
He
I think we have a
dropped his
pretty
fair
good
share of
track
hard
record
R.
for just kind of dealing with it.
His answer instantly triggered a wave of backlash from viewers on the internet, with people saying things like, LTT has always discussed warranties from a consumer standpoint and has constantly called out companies for not honoring warranties, or having bad warranties for the products they review.
I guess he's
But
gonna
now
have a
that
lot
it's a
of
product coming from
people protecting him in the beginning. Maybe this is one of them.
LTT, warranties don't matter? What a weird hill to die on from the LTT crew. Shows how out of touch Linus has become. If a hardware manufacturer had said warranties don't matter so we don't need to offer one, he would be all over them. And the hypocrisy is almost palpable. I can't wait for Nvidia, Intel, and other tech companies to adopt the Trust Me Bro warranty, truly setting a wonderful example to those LTT
So there is
apparently
no
tries to hold
warranty for the
responsible on
backpack,
how
but
to
it's a
treat
fucking
consumers.
backpack.
Even people who had already bought the backpack got to question their decision after hearing Linus's take on warranty, like one user on X with this following tweet. The LTT store backpack is expensive, a premium
Maybe they should have got a like 1 year guarantee, and like you have to contact our support and like give a good reason why you need a refund or whatever. Like maybe one of the zipper it just completely broken, or like I don't know, it fell apart. Backpack.
product. I purchased one, but after hearing what Linus
But
Sebastian
it's a
had to say
backpack,
about
it's-
not providing a written concrete
not gonna go
warranty,
wrong.
I think I need to cancel my order. The fact that you won't even provide a basic warranty, something
It's
legally
crazy.
mandated in much of the first world, something that comes with the most basic products, let alone a $250 backpack, is very concerning and immensely anti-consumer. And in response to those angry tweets, Linus replied with, "It's likely we will formalize some kind of warranty policy before we actually start shipping. We have been talking about it for months and weighing our options, but it will need to be bulletproof." My point is that lifetime warranty or any warranty period means nothing. I could just fold the company and you'd be shit out of luck. So at the end of the day, you either trust me to do the right
Shit
thing
out
or
of
you
luck.
don't. It doesn't actually make a difference if we have a formal warranty policy. Eventually, he added a formal written warranty, but at the same time, he didn't forget to take advantage of all the negative attention on his brand by selling a Trust Me Bro warranty t-shirt,
What?
essentially mocking the people raising concerns.
Okay. This is a bit too far the shirt after all this, but I wouldn't have done it. Like, okay, it's like, guys, we are cool like that, but
Although this was a small controversy, the way he handled the criticism and walked it back only after enough pressure did not sit well with
then it's just
people.
another
But
complaint
it
that
was
they make
also the first
money
time
out
you
of
could
the
see the pattern
controversy.
clearly. Dismiss the criticism, wait until the pressure is too big to ignore, then fix it quietly without ever admitting you were wrong. And that pattern was about to get a lot harder
I'm
to
gonna test
ignore.
it.
On July 29th and 30th of 2023, Linus created a community-driven
Can I have the mic, like,
expo
down
for
here?
PC hardware
Ah,
and
it's-
gaming enthusiasts called LTX 2023 in Vancouver, Canada. And on the first day of the event, the channel Murph's Gaming got a chance to visit the LTT studio and labs. And during the tour, a lab employee proudly spoke about the testing process in LTT's team.
The difference between us and somebody like Gamers Nexus or Hardware Unboxed is we test new components, new tests every time.
But little did he know, he was about to start a
Andrew
huge
Tate.
war between the biggest tech channels on the internet.
He's
5 days after the LTT
Tests every time.
It's a
Test
skinny
new
Andrew Tate.
components.
was about to start a huge war between the biggest tech channels on the internet. 5 days after the LTT Labs
Are they
claim
gonna? Is it gonna be the guy that has the long hair?
hardware
I don't know what's his channel, like Gamer Nexus or something like that.
Unboxed, another tech channel with over 1.1 million subscribers,
Something
was
Nexus.
the first one to fire back, saying LTT Labs taking shots. I've rerun more benchmarks and Linus has spent money on testing equipment and staff. If you have to tell everyone how good your testing is, in my 20 plus years of experience, that generally means your testing isn't very good. Your work
there was
speaks
something
for itself,
controversial
guys,
with Team
that's how
2.
you build credibility. However, this was
Yeah.
nothing compared to what Gamers Nexus, a PC hardware reviews
Because
channel
he kind of roasted Linus for something. It might have been this.
with over 2.6 million subscribers, got to say about LTT. In a 40-minute video titled The Problem with Linus Tech Tips, Accuracy, Ethics, and Responsibility, Gamers Nexus host Steve Burke exposed a couple of serious problems from
But
the
his name is not
LTT
Gamer
team,
Nexus.
with the first one about the
No
very
way.
thing LTT Lab is proud of, their testing data.
And now, even with its heavily marketed debut of Labs, LMG is still consistently
crowd
making errors in
NVIDIA.
nearly every single review that they publish. It is okay
surely they
to
will
make
talk
errors.
about it.
All of us do this in this line of work, but the concern we have is that these types of errors are in nearly
Surely.
every single LTT technical or review type of video. So there are enough errors that we can't fit them all into a normal length.
Steve then pointed out the concerns he had about the
Steve
authenticity of Linus's
Jobs.
review,
$200,000 into laptop maker framework, and yet is also covering their product and their competitors' products. LMG also has a cross-branded, again, screwdriver with Noctua on their store, while they're also reviewing Noctua products favorably.
wanted to buy
Even when
the
it's shown to
LTT screwdriver, but I don't use screwdrivers that much at all. And it's way too pricey.
be hitting by their own data
Also
100
shipping.
degrees Celsius.
but the case that really set people off was about one particular product testing. On June 25th,
If I would be like electrician, I guess I would buy it, but
2023, LTT released a video reviewing
I
the copper
can't.
water cooler from Billet Labs, which is a tiny startup.
T-Team stuck this special 3090 Ti water block on an RTX 4090.
If this wasn't a 3090 Ti, then we
They're
don't
not
have
gonna
another
talk about
3090 Ti
the
that we
chat.
can take apart.
How the
I
hell
know.
did we not know what GPU this thing was?
I thought it was a 3090 Ti.
he
So
teased
we
it
just
in the
casually
beginning.
had a 4090 sitting on the shelf, clearly labeled.
Stating that it should work, despite it not being explicitly compatible.
However, it didn't stop LTT from trying.
Try it and continued with the video despite misrepresenting the product massively by using it on an incompatible device that it literally would not fit properly. LTT's presentation goes down the path of being irresponsible, presenting the product as much more difficult to work with than it would be if used properly.
And based on that flawed testing, his conclusion about the product was the following.
But it's a bad product.
It looks great.
Yeah, it looks
I never
really
heard
cool.
about the chat,
Are you
but
just gonna take it out
apparently he
just
had
purely because of the price?
gotten one.
It's bad because it makes absolutely no sense and nobody should buy it.
To Steve, this kind of behavior is highly damaging.
I guess they hit it pretty well
This kind
then.
of behavior can kill someone's life work in a heartbeat, and it'd be based on invalid testing and presentation. One of the company
And even the founder of Billet Labs had to clear the confusion in the video's comment section, saying, Felix from Billet Labs here, great video guys, but this block was specifically for a 3090 Ti, not a 4090. We've since obtained a 4090 to test with, and using it with the 3090 Ti block leaves a gap of around 1mm over the die, so it's never going to cool properly. We're happy to answer any questions in the comments
It's the
below.
same, it's
We love
3090,
LTT, but it was
4090.
difficult to watch their criticisms when pretty much every design issue that Linus raised was done for a reason which was all explained to Adam weeks ago, none of
And
which,
one-
I
1
guess,
millimeter
was
is
fed back
huge
to
here.
Linus. We also sent a full instruction manual that seemingly wasn't used. Despite that, Linus doubled down on his opinion and didn't even show a shred of guilt for essentially destroying the product.
I don't know, guys. I'm not sure if I can apologize for not spending another $100, $200, $300, $500 of various people's time sitting and engineering a workaround to a product that no matter the result
Then maybe you have
Nobody
too many
should buy.
But it
employees. I
didn't
don't
stop
know.
there. Things got even messier when Steve exposed the LTT team trying to take advantage of Billet Labs
You have like 10
financially.
different
As
editors at
Gamers
the same
Nexus
time.
learned that the company asked for the prototype back on June 28th. This would allow them to send it out to other media or use it for further development. Linus Media Group agreed at least twice to return the product. The first time they agreed to send it back was June 30th. At LTX, Linus Media Group put the one-of-a-kind water block up for auction at its Extra Life auction event, without the permission of Billet Labs.
What?
Billet did not learn of this
And this immediately triggered another wave of hatred towards
we are not gonna
Linus and
return
his
it, we are
team,
gonna sell
with
it.
comments saying, how can you mistreat a company like that? Literally auctioned off their best prototype. It breaks my heart how they mistreated Billet Labs. A public apology is in place.
That's crazy.
Just
So there
hours
is
after-
controversy. You are in the wrong. Hello, Kildo Freeze. And nice badge, yeah. Awesome badge. So there is controversy. They ask you to return the product and you don't do it and you sell it. Like, just
Gamers
return
Nexus
it. Like,
uploaded their video. Linus took to the company's forum to
Months
respond
later,
with a
they're gonna
rather
make a new
lengthy post.
product
In
and they're gonna
he
send it
addressed
to
his
you again.
controversy with Billet Labs prototype, saying we didn't sell the monoblock, but rather auctioned it for charity due to a miscommunication, and the fact that while we haven't sent payment yet, we have already agreed to compensate Billet Labs
Yeah, I'm gonna
for the
have,
cost of
like,
their prototype.
a badge every
Nevertheless,
month
the truth was much more complicated. Billet Labs then posted their public statement on Reddit about the incident, saying, regarding LTT,
I tried to
we are
connect it
simply
to
going
whatever
state
I
the
do that
relevant
month.
facts. On the 10th of August, we were told by LTT via email that the block had been sold at auction. There was no apology. We replied on 10th
Gamer Nexus
August
with
within
Chinese
30 minutes,
scammers.
telling LTT that this wasn't okay and that this was a prototype worth
I don't
X
know,
amount
but
of pounds,
sure it is a
and we
video.
asked if they planned to reimburse us at all. We received no reply and no offer of payment until 2 hours after the Gamers Nexus video went live on the 14th of August, at which point Linus himself emailed us directly. The exact monetary value of the prototype was offered as a reimbursement. We have not received, nor have we asked for any other form of compensation. At this point, it seemed like nobody wanted to trust Linus anymore,
Problem is
with
that
comments like,
it's like your design, your own product. Someone buys it, the competitor somehow gets it, and you are fucked.
it looks like LTT would have just ignored them without the
Yeah,
backlash.
I'm working for the
and
shareholders.
Linus was 100% going to sweep this under the rug. They knew Billet had zero
I hope they are
pull
happy.
until another YouTube giant came out. But Steve from Gamers Nexus wasn't done yet, as he brought up another example of bad review from the Short Circuit team. This time, it was about a gaming mouse.
This is not a smooth mouse.
No, it's the-
That's really disappointing. Especially on like a premium gaming mouse. That should be one of the primary focuses.
Ponage then contacted LMG to notify them that LMG had not removed the protective film from the feet of the mouse.
However, the Short Circuit team denied it at first.
It's like that
as Linus had
removing the protected shit under your CPU cooler or CPU.
admitted it during a later video, saying,
That our initial correction, which was posted, said, hey, no, it, is high friction, and we did test it, and there were no films on.
which resulted in this conclusion.
So there was something under the mouse. The protected shit, and they didn't remove it. Like, if you're shooting a video, surely you look at the button of the mouse and like you show it to the cam or whatever.
The only question that remains is am I recommending
Here,
you buy this product?
I can't
Due to
really
the
see.
strong criticism from the video, it prompted a rather aggressive response from the Ponage team saying, our mouse was given as a prize to each of their VIP whales to their recent Linus Expo event, but say not recommended? Talk to your boss at Linus Tech before you mess up his credibility as well. For a channel this big, you have a responsibility to do basic study and not spread misinformation.
Lol.
But it wasn't just the Ponage team. Viewers also expressed their disappointment, with people commenting things like, most, if not all premium mice come with a protective film
You
on
can
the
trust the
feet.
guy, he has an
The fact that
alt-ending
this
profile
professional
picture.
mouse reviewer didn't even check for them is appalling. Or even threw in some sarcastic joke into the mix with, hey guys, maybe grab a prototype from them and sell it at auction too. That'd show them. And as the backlash getting more intense, the short circuit team eventually had to back down, admitting we watched through all the raw footage from this shoot, and it does appear that the protective plastic film was indeed still on the feet when David gave his initial impressions of the glide feel. We've cut out the section of the video regarding the glide issues so as to not misrepresent the mouse. We deeply regret allowing
Typo, actually. Isn't it like video space regarding? But
this error to happen, and will be implementing process changes so similar issues
can't
are
you re-upload the video or
avoided in the
fix
future.
it?
Importantly, we apologize for getting it wrong in the video, and we
Oh my
apologize
God,
for how
bruh.
we handled the communications that followed. Even Linus himself had to address this incident.
I
on
guess
podcast.
YouTube
And
doesn't
we did
allow
test
to
it, and
like
there were no
edit the
films on
video
the
that
feed,
much.
and we didn't do our due diligence to figure this out. I am extremely frustrated for a number of
You can
reasons
cut out
by this.
parts, but you cannot add to the
so I just
video.
want to say, hey, massive apology to Ownage.
Then went on and unlisted the video. But that wasn't all. LinusTechTips even released a 20-minute YouTube apology video in which several high-ranking employees and executives promised to do better.
Effective immediately, all YouTube
This is
production
Vive.
is on pause. And our teams are going to be spending this entire next week focusing on long-term workflow changes to make our content better. In a lasting
But we are
way.
gonna rest for a
This
week.
means for the first time in over 12 years, LTT will be missing not just one daily upload, but many.
While Linus personally
Unlucky.
apologized for everything.
Whatever's being said about me and whatever's being said about the team should never have allowed my feelings to distract from any valid criticism of our work. My decision, for example, to not bother retesting the monoblock, that was obviously wrong, and my lame response on the forum was a huge and unnecessary blunder. I owe you guys better, and I'm sorry.
However,
I'm
that was
sorry.
only half of what August threw at LTT. The very next day, a former employee named Madison Reeve posted a detailed thread about some of the reasons she left the company. Among those reasons were serious allegations of what was going on inside the company. In her tweets, Madison said, "I was consistently belittled by certain members of upper management. My work was called dog shit. I was called incompetent. When I would reach out to managers and try to get help with these situations, I would be told to put on my big girl pants and be more assertive. I was told I was bossy when I was trying to be assertive, like I was asked to do. I was told I was arguing when I was trying to discuss
So no
our
sexual
point of
assault.
view. I was told
Unlucky.
to calm my tits, stop being such a bitch, and other comments to similar effect. And it didn't get any better with the working environment, as Madison continued. Work from home was a whole issue. If you took 3 minutes to answer a personal email, you could get in trouble. There is a system of micromanaging and a level of distrust because the amount of content they have to push out daily is so insane. I purposefully cut my leg open so badly, I would have to go to the ER to get it stapled back together. It was genuinely the only way in my mind to take a day off without being harassed for a reason why. I'd spoken to
home
managers
office is
about how I
hard.
was struggling and how the workload was too much for one person, but I was belittled and told, you just have bad time management skills. And even worse, she was also harassed by other employees who, at one point, asked her to twerk during work hours and was questioned about her sexual history.
Alright.
Hearing all of these, fans were pissed off beyond belief.
Twerk
With comments saying, I am beyond disgusted to learn about all of this. I'd unsubbed to all their channels an hour ago over the journalistic integrity issues, but learning this leaves me speechless.
Unsubscribing
I
doesn't
hope
really
you're doing
matter.
better, Madison, and thank you for bringing this to light. And when people commented on Linus to address the allegations on his apology video, many of these Madison-related comments were deleted. Before everything went out of control, the LTT team released a press statement saying, "We are taking Madison's allegations seriously. We are conducting an internal assessment alongside bringing in a third-party investigator to look into the allegation. We are committed to publishing the findings and implementing any corrective actions that may arise due to this." But the damage had already been done, as the LinusTechTips channel lost 200,000 followers just in August 2023 alone. The pattern from the backpack controversy had just played out again. He only moved on when the pressure became impossible to ignore, and this time it was on a much bigger stage. If the 2023 crisis raised questions about LTT's accuracy in workplace culture, it was pale in comparison to what happened in December 2024.
The
On
chat
December 22nd,
incident.
2024, a YouTuber named Megalag published a video titled Exposing the Honey Influencer Scam. For those who didn't know, Honey is a free Chrome extension that automatically searches for coupons on over 30,000 sites across the globe, which helps users save time and money while shopping online. The video revealed that Honey had been secretly stealing money from the very creators who had promoted them via affiliated marketing. In order to understand how that all works, you need to know that when you click an affiliate link and buy something, the influencer who promoted that product earns a commission for referring you to that store. And behind all of that is a complex mechanism operating quietly. Let's say you're looking for a CPU, and after watching a Linus video, you decided to buy the one he recommended in that video, and this is what happened next.
You see, after clicking Linus's
It
affiliate link,
takes
you'll
back
notice in the
to another-
URL there's a tracking tag labeled Short Circuit. That's a reference to one of Linus's YouTube channels, and this tracking tag is how Newegg knows who to pay a commission to. We can also see
they
that this
remove
tracking
it.
tag has been saved on my browser in the form of a cookie that will expire in 30 days.
Then, when you were at the checkout page, this took place.
Well, once Honey popped up, watch what happened to Linus's affiliate cookie after we clicked Apply Discounts. You
Oof.
see that? Honey came in, removed Linus's affiliate cookie, and replaced it with their own, claiming credit for the sale and
Problem.
pocketing the commission money for themselves.
It didn't take long for that video to blow up, pulling in nearly 19 million views to this day, and LTT was right at the center of it.
LinusTechTips, who have been promoting Honey since 2017.
Turns out that back in 2020, someone had already brought the problem up on the LTT forum, saying word on the street is that Honey takes affiliate money. Is that a fact? Any
But-
chance LTT will look into that? And when another user replied with, I failed
It's
to
not
see how
LTT
this
to
is a
blame here,
problem,"
right?
he asked, what about all the affiliates losing money because of Honey? And the users that don't realize who is getting screwed for Honey to make money? Am I crazy for thinking Linus is a crook for this? Only to receive
They're
this
only
answer. Yes, you were
to
the
blame
one who's in the wrong here.
if they
There's
knew about
literally
it and they
nothing
still
crooked or
took the
shady about
sponsor.
Honey's business model. Eventually, the topic was ignored until 2022, when another user noticed that Linus was no longer promoting Honey and asked the team about it, which one of Linus's employees responded with, "We ended the partnership with Honey due to the way their service interacted with affiliate links." Essentially, if someone clicked on an affiliate link, for example, one of ours below in the video description on YouTube, and then if they say use Honey and search for a deal, Honey will override that tracking link even if they don't find you a deal. But the worst thing is, although the LTT team knew about this, they did nothing to stop Honey from taking advantage of other creators, especially since they were one of the biggest promoters of
I'm a
this scam.
scammer.
They did approximately 160 sponsored segments, all of which remain live on YouTube. Those videos have accumulated around 194 million views. According to my data, that makes Linus's company LMG the third largest promoter of Honey on
H3
YouTube.
seconds.
So yeah, in my opinion, they should have made more noise about this.
And when
That's
asked
crazy.
why he didn't warn people, his answer was this.
If I told everybody, uninstall Honey, an extension that supposedly
Uninstall.
gets them a better deal because I wasn't making enough money from it? Do you really, honestly, ask yourself, truly, think that would have gone good for me?
And this left a bad taste in many people's mouths, including Louis Rossmann, who immediately called out Linus's response to the scandal.
Linus is asking his viewers to ask if they think it would have gone well for him. And my first thing, what makes me want to punch my monitor, is that it's not about you.
I'm gonna
You gave
punch
up the
my
right
monitor,
for it
I
to be about
swear.
you, or your image, or how you think you'd be perceived when you took their money to advertise a closed source browser extension to all of your users.
And it wasn't cheap to advertise on Linus's channel. As Louis showed, it could be anywhere from $7,000 for a mid-roll ad to a $63,000 sponsored video. And all of this brought another huge wave of backlash toward Linus, with
7K
comments
for
saying,
like
LTT
half
were
a
one of
minute.
the biggest victims, but made the least noise. I think that's what's bothering people. Genuine tech tip would have been to uninstall Honey. Linus is the same guy who says using an ad block is piracy because it hurts creators, but an extension extension that literally steals your affiliate money, it's not a big deal and not his story to tell. Since this controversy, the LinusTechTips channel's viewership has
Ad
also
block
dropped
users
sharply,
are
up to
based.
50% in September
Holy.
2025, and even Linus himself acknowledged on a podcast through a video titled "Our Views Are Down" that the decline in viewership might be the result of his past controversies.
You know, part of the tech community that is just completely tuned out at this point.
I never really
You know, like we
knew
can never
about
reach
or
them again.
Yeah.
Way and
cared
and
about any of this.
I'll be honest with you. You know, I don't really know how to deal with it. Right? It doesn't matter what the
If they
intent
have a
was. It doesn't
product
matter
review that I
what
care
our
about,
actions have
I'll
been.
watch it.
It just
If it
matters
happens to
what
pop up.
you know some snake put out to a very large number of people to poison their opinion, right?
But while his channel was bleeding viewers, Linus was busy making a very different kind of decision. One that was going to put Linus back into the spotlight, but not for the reasons
But if
he
I'm bored,
expected.
I'll
On
have
April
them on my
2nd,
second monitor.
2026, Linus
Random
posted
video
a video
playing.
titled "The Gamer Jet is Real and it costs $0," showcasing his newest purchase. And the way
Jet.
he began the video immediately baffled everyone.
So the April Fool's wasn't a joke? We actually bought a jet?
What
V.
started as a meme on
Copeson.
Land Show when I discovered that a jet-propelled aircraft is not as expensive as I initially thought. When I started to explore that
Yeah,
one
but
aircraft,
this is not the same. They got this plane and
is
the
not
one
as
that they
expensive as
got.
I initially thought. When I started to explore that one aircraft, that I was like, this
This
is
is like the
shockingly
actual jet.
affordable.
Because just a few years earlier on the WAN show, Linus had a completely different thought on private jets.
I kind of look at private air travel and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't seem great. You know, the
What?
sheer
No
amount
way.
of fuel consumption. So I have my own thoughts on private travel. I don't feel it's necessary for me.
And maybe we have get the jet. You don't travel that much. You are shooting video at your office. People got mad about this because he's not paying his employees.
In any kind of security way, and I'm not
This or
super
that.
keen on it. I don't think
Private
it's great.
jet
So when Linus got asked about the
paying
price,
employees.
his answer was even more unreal.
So because of the non-disclosure agreement that we signed in order to purchase it,
Okay.
like, this whole world is very close.
Can't you just like rent, like pay a company and like whenever I need a jet, I'll pay you guys and I get a jet for a week?
Closed door.
Yeah.
I can't actually tell you how
You're
much.
buying a full ass
But what I
jet?
can tell you is that if you Google it, it's less than that. And the second thing that I can tell you is that with a little bit of
Only 5
girl
million.
math, $0.
But he got even more excited when it came to the fuel cost of flying to Mexico and back to Canada.
Oh, he goes to vacations, yes.
We factor in that the fuel coming back from Mexico was half as much as we paid to go down.
Oh, whoa.
It actually cost less than buying like a first class ticket for everyone, which was
Yes, having a jet and flying to a city is cheaper than just buying a ticket. Yes.
kind of mind-blowing.
However, the internet did not find this convincing. News outlets started
The
calling
jet
him
just
completely
spawns
out
in.
of touch, while many viewers started expressing their disdain, with comments saying his poor employee having to stand there and listen to his boss brag about how rich he is. This was the most husband trying to
Oh, no.
rationalize his expensive purchase to his wife conversation I've ever seen between
Nice,
two
boys, you got the
straight men.
jet.
On the LTT subreddit, people were criticizing Linus's decisions left and right, to the point that he even got the moderators to delete a bunch of negative comments
Mods
about the
delete
jet.
everything.
And on YouTube, his name became a hot topic for creators, with videos like the Linus Tech Tip situation
Linus
is bad,
Jet
which got over
Tips.
1 million views in just over 3 weeks, and Internet versus Linus Tech Tips, which got nearly 40,000 views under 2 weeks. So it's safe to say, after all of these controversies, that Linus's company reputation has been on a downfall.
No.
If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like these next ones as well, and don't forget to subscribe.
Right, guys, subscribe. This video is gonna be in the description. Very nice. Clip it. Send it to my editor. My wage slave. He's gonna edit the video together.